İçmeler is set in a bay with a curved sandy beach. It's what they call an up-and-coming resort, which is brochure speak for it's not quite there yet. You can't miss this unfinished feel to the resort. The streets have only a few shops and cafes, with lots of gaps in between. There's a great deal of building work going on, as İçmeler develops into an independent resort, rather than just an overspill from Marmaris. The beach is İçmeler's main attraction. It's narrow and curved with ample facilities for hiring sunbeds, almost a necessity given the rough, reddish sand. Many of the holidaymakers are day trippers from Marmaris, attracted by the beach. It's only a 5-minute ride by road, or alternatively 15 minutes by boat dolmus, a sort of water bus. Bodrum is built across a promontory with a bay on each side. This gives the town a very long waterfront. The bay to the west has a new marina, but the seafront throughout Bodrum is attractive. However, there is no beach. The majority of holidaymakers here are British, although it's also popular with the Turks themselves. It's a hotel resort with very little self-catering. The nearest popular beach is Gumbert, a resort purpose-built 2 miles away. The beach is narrow and tends to get crowded. The sand is coarse, grey and hard-packed. There's no promenade, so the beach itself becomes the main walkway, and judging by the litter, did not appear to be regularly cleaned. It's very good for water sports, but there's little else here. A vast amount of building is going on throughout the Bodrum area. Officially, though, all major work has to stop during the main season. Many of the roads, however, don't have pavements, and with all the building work, are often dusty and bumpy. Bodrum has a lively nightlife with what must be the most spectacular open-air disco in the eastern Mediterranean. Altınkum is set in a very picturesque bay with one of the best beaches on the Aegean coast. The sand is soft and silvery, the sea is clear, and the shore slopes very gently. It's an ideal beach for children. You can hire sunbeds, brollies and boats. Behind, the buildings are discreet, blending in well with the greenery. There's a new and attractive pavement promenade alongside most of the beach, and across the road from that, several shops, restaurants and bars. There's also an area further back from the front which has stalls, tourist shops and yet more cafes, but it all has a rather quiet feel to it. To the east of Altınkum is a smaller beach, but between the two beaches there's considerable development taking place. Newly opened hotels here are surrounded by building work. And the roads in the area are so bumpy that a tractor serves as the local taxi to and from the beach. Altınkum should be a fine resort. When it's finished, Kuşadası is the largest and the most established resort on the Aegean coast. It has a cosmopolitan feel with a tree-lined promenade and a paved walking area along the seafront. There are, however, no conventional beaches. In the centre, there are some man-made sandy areas, almost like sand pits, set back from the rocky coastline. On less windy days, you can swim from the breakwaters and jetties, though it's often rough here. The centre of Kuşadası is very western-looking and a pleasant area for walking and eating out. It's excellent for shopping, with a vast range of leather, gold and fashion shops, as well as plenty of bars, cafes and restaurants. Kıyıları, however, just to the south, has a good beach, but with the stiff breezes around here, the sea can get very choppy. Fun for adults, but possibly not for small children. The beach in Kıyıları has soft, silvery sand, but being very narrow along its full length, it often gets crowded. There is the inevitable development going on. The worst area is between Kıyıları and Kuşadası. It won't be long before these two resorts merge into one.